This budget process was also controversial because lawmakers admitted they didn't have enough time to read everything they were voting on, with bills being printed hours before this budget deadline. Could they, though, have held out a little longer to make sure that they agreed with what they were signing off on? It's an interesting question. It's one you're hearing at the Capitol right now. Our Capitol reporter, Kimberly Howard, live at our Capitol Bureau to break it all down for us. Kimberly, it is an interesting question. I'd love to hear their answer.
Yeah, Liz, as you mentioned, the budget wasn't officially in place until after that deadline. But that didn't really affect the function of government because it was only 3 hours late and because the main spending plan was approved before midnight. Now, if the legislature waited that keeps the government running, what's in that measure, of course, is up to the governor, giving him a substantial amount of power. Now, the legislature would still have to approve it, but if they didn't, the government could shut down.
I think there's a very interesting balance of powers issue that it really should be, there should be a debate over it, whether or not this is the appropriate role of the executive. I mean, we're all taught in civics class that the executive proposes and the legislature disposes. And in New York, that's still the case, but the legislature has very little ability to influence what ultimately that package is.
Now, political experts also say a late budget could impact New York's fiscal rating. The state would be seen as a riskier investment if it's known to not manage its money properly. But again, with the budget only being 3 hours late, as opposed to, let's say, 3 months late, that's likely not to impact that much. Live at the Capitol Bureau, Kimberly Howard, CBS 6 News.